Hey everyone and welcome. Listen, if you're a developer, you know the ground is shifting beneath our feet with AI, right? We're moving way beyond just typing a prompt into ChatGPT. We're talking about the real next generation, autonomous agents.
So, let me just ask you, are you kind of hitting a wall with these prompt-based models? Are you getting tired of ChatGPT's limits when you're trying to build something, serious? A complex, real-world app? Well, what if I told you the future of AI for developers is so much bigger, so much more powerful than that?
All right, so in this explainer, we are going to unpack that future together. First, we'll talk about the limits of what we have now. Then, we'll get into the rise of these AI agents. We're going to look right under the hood to see how they tick, see some real-world examples, and then we're going to look at the future, this incredible idea of the autonomous enterprise.
Okay, let's dive right in. First up, getting beyond that prompt box. Look, models like ChatGPT have been, absolutely revolutionary. No doubt about it. But for serious development work, there's definitely a ceiling. And as developers, you know what I'm talking about. We've all felt these frustrations, right? You get these static, one-off answers. The model can't do anything in the real world. It can't use tools. It has zero memory from one step to the next if you're trying to do something complex. And it can't reason through a multi-step problem by itself. So what happens? We're left writing tons and tons of glue code just to string these simple little interactions together. That is the exact problem AI agents are designed to solve.
Okay, so that brings us to the rise of AI agents. And this isn't some crazy sudden leap out of nowhere. It's really the next logical step in an evolution that's been going on for a long, long time. Think about it. The whole idea of autonomous systems is not new at all. It really started way back with Turing's vision in the 50s. And then through the decades, you had expert systems automating business rules in the 80s, you had neural nets in the 90s being used by banks, then in the 2000s, reinforcement learning started powering stuff like dynamic pricing for Amazon. But the real game changer? That was cloud computing in the 2010s. That's what finally made all this incredible power accessible to everyone.
Okay, so this is the absolute key difference. A regular old LLM is reactive. You give it a prompt, it gives you a static answer. End of story. But an agentic system, it's proactive. You give it a goal, a multi-step goal, and it actually reasons, it plans, and it uses tools like APIs and databases to take real action in the world. And all the while, it's maintaining memory and context, learning as it goes. It's a whole different ballgame.
Here's a super simple way to think about it. An LLM is a calculator. It's an amazing, incredibly powerful calculator for sure. But an AI agent? That's the accountant who actually knows how to use the calculator and a bunch of other tools to get your taxes filed. One is the tool, the other is the worker using the tool to get a job done.
Okay, that sounds great, but how does it actually work? Let's peel back the layers and go inside what's called the agent loop. This is really the core engine that makes these autonomous systems go.
So the core idea here is this agent loop, and it's actually a pretty simple but incredibly powerful cycle. The AI reasons, it acts, it observes the result of that action, and then it reasons again based on what just happened. It just keeps repeating that cycle, reason, act, observe, over and over until the goal is achieved.
Let's break that loop down step by step. First, the agent gets a goal. Simple enough. Then it has to think, okay, what's my plan here? Which tool do I need? Step 3, it executes that tool. Let's say it makes an API call. Then, and this is key, it observes the result. Did that work? What did I get back? And based on that observation, it updates its understanding. And then, it just repeats the whole process. It's this continuous cycle of thinking and doing.
All right, first key component, tools. And honestly, this is where the magic really happens. This is what gives the agent its power. For all you developers out there, the easiest way to think about tools is just their functions. Functions you expose to the model. This is how it connects to literally any API, any database, any external system to actually get stuff done in the real world.
Next up, we've got memory. And this is so crucial because without it, every single step in that loop would be like starting from scratch, like it has amnesia. Memory is what provides that persistent context. It lets the agent remember what it's already done, what it's learned, which makes its next moves way more intelligent and coherent. And finally, component number 3, handoffs. Now this is a really cool and powerful idea. The concept here is that you don't have to build one giant monolithic agent that does everything. Instead, handoffs let you create a team of specialized agents that can collaborate. They can delegate subtasks to each other to solve really complex problems in a much more modular and efficient way. Okay, that's enough theory for now. Let's talk about agents out in the real world. How can you, as a developer, actually get your hands dirty and use this stuff to build something new and amazing?
So you might be wondering, how on earth do you connect an agent to all these different tools? Well, that's where a standard interface comes in, and it's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. Just think of it like a universal adapter or a universal plug. It's what allows an agent to discover and call functions from any service that speaks the same language, which makes integration an absolute breeze.
And what can you connect it to? Well, pretty much anything that has an API. Seriously, we're talking CRM systems, databases, Slack, YouTube. If you can call it from your code, you can give it to an agent as a tool. And just think about the possibilities there for a second. Imagine an agent that monitors your CI/CD pipeline and automatically files a JIRA ticket when a build fails. Or one that pulls customer data from your CRM and drafts a perfectly personalized follow-up email. The sky's the limit.
Let's make that handoff pattern super concrete with a practical example. Imagine a customer support bot. You've got a general triage agent up front. Its only job is to figure out what the user wants. So it detects, okay, this person wants a refund. Boom. It then hands off the entire conversation state to a completely separate, specialized refund agent. And that agent has the specific tools and knowledge to actually process the refund through an API. See how that works? It's so clean, it's modular, and it's just incredibly effective. All right, let's zoom all the way out now and look at the really big picture. Because this isn't just about building a better chatbot. This is about building the foundation for tomorrow's autonomous enterprise.
The ultimate vision here, the holy grail, is something called agent swarms that can run entire value chains. And we're not just talking about one little bot doing one little task anymore. We're talking about entire ecosystems of specialized agents all working together to manage incredibly complex business processes, completely from end to end.
Just try to picture this for a second. Imagine a world where your company's procurement agent is autonomously negotiating with a supplier's logistics agent to get the absolute best price and delivery time for a critical shipment, with no humans involved. That is the level of automation we are talking about.
And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. Early pilots of these multi-agent ecosystems are already showing margin gains of 3 to 5%. That's a real, quantifiable competitive advantage that you can take to the bank.
And that really leads us to a powerful final thought here. Delaying adoption of this technology. It's just not an option anymore. Firms that wait are going to end up paying what you could call a survival tax, as their AI-augmented competitors just pull further and further ahead. The time to invest, to learn, and to start building is right now.
So where do you even begin? Well, it's actually way more accessible than you might think. First thing, you can install the OpenAI Agents SDK. It's available for Python or TypeScript. Then, you can even use a visual agent builder to start designing your workflows without having to get bogged down in code. You'll want to explore the Model Context Protocol, MCP, to see how you can hook up live data and services. And when you're ready to go live, there are things like ChatKit that let you embed your agent into pretty much any product. The tools are here, the opportunity is absolutely massive. The only question left is, what will you build?